Have you ever wondered if the dinosaur-filled island from Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park could exist in reality? It's an enticing thought, isn't it? The concept of Jurassic Park, as introduced by the popular movie, has had a profound impact on our collective imagination. It stirred our curiosity and sparked countless debates. At the heart of Jurassic Park's allure are three key elements. First, the dinosaurs, magnificent, terrifying, and awe-inspiring creatures that once roamed our planet. Second, the advanced genetics, a futuristic science that opens up a world of possibilities, including the recreation of extinct species. And last but not least, the ethical implications. The thought of reviving long-gone creatures raises a multitude of ethical questions and dilemmas, which add an extra layer of intrigue to the narrative. Intrigued? Well, buckle up as we delve into the science, ethics, and challenges of creating a real-life Jurassic Park. First off, let's talk science. Is it even possible to recreate dinosaurs? Well, the idea is rooted in genetic engineering and cloning technologies. Scientists today can manipulate genes to create modified organisms or clone animals from existing DNA. But reviving dinosaurs? That's a whole different ballgame. You see, to clone a dinosaur, we'd first need a complete dinosaur DNA sequence. This DNA would ideally come from preserved dinosaur tissues, like those found in fossils. But here's the catch. DNA degrades over time, and the oldest DNA ever recovered is less than 1 million years old. Dinosaurs, on the other hand, went extinct 65 million years ago. That's a pretty significant time gap, isn't it? Even if we miraculously stumbled upon preserved dinosaur DNA, we'd be faced with a jigsaw puzzle of epic proportions. Our current understanding of dinosaur biology is limited, and we'd have to fill in many gaps to complete the genetic puzzle. Okay, let's play devil's advocate and say we've managed to crack the DNA conundrum. We've got a complete dinosaur DNA sequence. Now what? Well, we'd need to insert this DNA into a living cell, probably from a closely related species. In the Jurassic Park universe, that's where the frog DNA comes into play. But in reality, we'd probably look at using bird cells, considering birds are the closest living relatives to dinosaurs. Even then, making the leap from a modified cell to a living, breathing dinosaur is a colossal challenge. We've cloned sheep and dogs, sure, but a dinosaur? That's uncharted territory. So, scientifically, it's a tough nut to crack. But what about the ethical implications? Creating living dinosaurs certainly raises some ethical eyebrows. The very idea of resurrecting extinct creatures challenges our notions of animal welfare, ecological balance, and human safety. When we talk about animal welfare, it's vital to remember that we're not discussing mere pets. These are creatures that haven't roamed the earth for millions of years. Creating them in a lab would be a monumental task, but ensuring their well-being and happiness in an environment so alien to them might be an even greater challenge. Moreover, we have to consider the ecological balance. Introducing a new species into an ecosystem always has consequences, and these are creatures that no current ecosystem is adapted to support. Would they become apex predators, decimating existing wildlife? Or would they struggle to survive at all, leading to a second extinction? Then there's the question of human safety. The Jurassic Park movies make it abundantly clear that dinosaurs and humans don't mix well. And while we'd like to think we'd do a better job than the fictional park creators, history has shown that even the best-laid plans often go awry, especially when dealing with unpredictable living beings. Looking at the ethics portrayed in the Jurassic Park series, we see that the creators didn't consider these issues until it was too late. They were so preoccupied with whether they could, they didn't stop to think if they should. In the real world, genetic engineering is a hotbed of ethical debate. While the potential benefits are immense, so too are the risks. Creating genetically modified organisms, whether they're crops or animals, always involves a level of playing God. And while we've seen some success, such as disease-resistant crops or cloned pets, the question remains, just because we can, does it mean we should? Ethical considerations are not just about ticking boxes. They're about questioning our actions, understanding the potential consequences, and deciding whether the benefits outweigh the risks. Ethics aside, could we even handle the technological and logistical challenges? creating a suitable habitat for dinosaurs is no walk in the park. Imagine, if you will, the task of building a modern-day Eden for creatures that roamed the Earth millions of years ago. The challenges go far beyond simply building a supersized zoo. First off, we have the issue of climate control. Dinosaurs lived in a time when the Earth's climate was significantly different from what it is today. Some scientists speculate that the oxygen levels were higher back then, which could have contributed to the dinosaurs' massive size. How do we replicate that? And what about the temperature? Our current understanding suggests that many dinosaurs were warm-blooded, but recreating the exact conditions they thrived in would be a monumental task. Next, let's consider nutrition. What exactly do you feed a dinosaur? We can make educated guesses about their diets based on fossil evidence, but there's a lot we don't know. For carnivorous dinosaurs like the T-Rex, providing enough meat could be a logistical nightmare. And for the herbivores, we'd need to ensure that the plants they eat are available and nutritionally adequate. But creating the habitat and providing food is just the start. Containment is another major challenge. Dinosaurs were, by all accounts, powerful creatures. How do we keep them contained without resorting to cruel practices? And what happens if, despite our best efforts, they escape? The consequences could be disastrous, not just for us, but for the ecosystem as a whole. And then there's the issue of security and monitoring. We'd need advanced systems to keep track of these creatures, to ensure their well-being, and to protect visitors. This is not a task to be taken lightly. It would require cutting-edge technology, vigilant personnel, and a commitment to safety that goes above and beyond anything we've seen before. So, while the idea of a real-life Jurassic Park is fascinating, it's important to remember the immense technological and logistical challenges it would present. It's not just about bringing dinosaurs back to life. It's about creating a world where they can live and thrive. And let's not forget about the legal and regulatory implications. As you might expect, the legal landscape for a real-life Jurassic Park is complicated. The laws surrounding genetic engineering vary from country to country, and there's no international consensus. Some nations have stringent regulations, while others have a more laissez-faire approach. It's a complex patchwork of policies, reflecting the diverse views on this groundbreaking science. Then there's the ethical treatment of animals. Creating a dinosaur would likely involve a whole new realm of animal rights laws. And who would be responsible for these prehistoric creatures? The scientists who created them? The park that houses them? And let's not forget about liability. If a dinosaur were to escape, a scenario we've seen play out in the movies, who would be held accountable for the damage? These are just a few of the legal quagmires that would need to be navigated. So, what are the alternatives and future possibilities? Before we lose hope, let's explore some alternative approaches to bringing extinct species back to life. De-extinction projects offer a ray of hope, utilizing advanced technology to resurrect lost species. Imagine a world where the dodo struts again, or the Tasmanian tiger prowls once more. But alongside these exciting possibilities, we must also consider the potential drawbacks. Preserving extinct species in controlled environments isn't just a question of can we, but should we? Is it ethical to resurrect a species only to confine it within the boundaries of our own creation? Technology plays a crucial role in this endeavor. From gene editing to habitat simulation, our technological prowess could make the impossible possible. But it also raises important questions about biodiversity. Should we focus our resources on preserving existing species instead of resurrecting extinct ones? With all these aspects considered, do you think a real-life Jurassic Park is a dream worth pursuing or a perilous endeavor with too many risks? We've journeyed through the science, ethics, technology, and legalities of creating a real-life Jurassic Park. We've delved into the fascinating world of genetics and cloning, pondered the ethical implications of resurrecting long-extinct creatures, and navigated the technological challenges of replicating a prehistoric environment. Along the way, we've also considered the legal minefield that surrounds such an ambitious endeavor. We've seen that a real-life Jurassic Park isn't just a question of can we, but also should we. It's an exploration that takes us beyond the realm of science, into the territories of ethics, law, and our responsibilities as stewards of the planet. We've also looked at alternatives, from de-extinction projects to conservation efforts, and questioned the role of technology in preserving biodiversity. As we conclude, we invite you to join the conversation and share your thoughts. Is a real-life Jurassic Park a dream or a nightmare?